You know, you're stronger than you think you are. Every single obstacle that you have faced and you told yourself, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this, all those times where you felt stuck, all those times where you felt like there was no way around it, all those times where you couldn't come up with a solution, yet you made it over every single obstacle each and every time. You're stronger than you think you are. Even the obstacle that you might be facing now, and you're telling yourself, this is so difficult, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, there's no solution, there's no way out. And then in time, you get over the obstacle and you look back, you're like, dang, I made it over that. It's because you're stronger than you think you are. Your spirit is very, very strong, and you are always connected to God in each and every moment. There is not a moment that goes by that you're not connected to God, that you are not receiving His guidance or His wisdom. But a lot of the times when we face these obstacles, when we face these challenges, and personally, I don't like to call them obstacles because I don't see them as obstacles, but I'm saying obstacles because that's just what the greater collective seems to describe it as. But I see them as an opportunity to grow, because you grow through what you go through, literally. But what was I just saying? Okay, I had to go back and look at what I was talking about. But a lot of the times that we face these obstacles, a lot of the times that we actually face these challenges, we're seeing it from a limited perspective. And that's how we get over the things, because eventually, once we start to feel like too much stagnation, I guess you could say, once we start to get antsy over the fact that we feel stuck facing this obstacle, we tend to have a breakdown. You understand what I'm saying? But is it a breakdown or is it a breakthrough? When you have that breakdown and all the feelings that you've been feeling while facing this obstacle just kind of pour out in whatever way they do, once all of that has flown out of your body, once all those emotions have cycled through and have been let out, then you see the solution, and then you have a breakthrough. But a lot of the time, we choose to see things from the limited perspective of where we are now. But when we have that breakthrough, we see things from a higher perspective. It's almost as if, instead of trying to find a solution with the way we think now, and there's a dragonfly like literally like losing its mind for some reason, in order to, in so many words, what I was getting at with all of that, because it just took me back to when I was in 3rd grade math. And I know this is crazy, I know it might seem like I'm going off on a tangent, but hear me out with this. It took me back to 3rd grade math, when towards the end of like the little math equations or whatever, it would be like 2 or 3 questions called HOTs, higher order thinking questions. And in order to solve the questions, you kind of have to think a little bit harder. You understand what I'm saying? You have to kind of push your mind to kind of like, you know what I mean? And that's literally what it is. Like, when you face these obstacles or challenges, the solution is to embody a higher perspective. You're not gonna ever get over that obstacle with the same way that you've been thinking, because that's why I call them opportunities to grow. Because when you expand your mind, there's no going back to the way you used to think. And now that you have adapted that higher perspective, now that you have, you know, like broken out of your same way of thinking, your same pattern of thinking, and you have came up with a solution to get yourself through that obstacle, you now have embodied a higher version of yourself through that obstacle. That's why I personally call them the opportunities to grow, because when you see it as an obstacle, subconsciously you are telling yourself, this is difficult, this is something blocking me. But the more and more you tell yourself, this isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity for me to grow, you'll be more propelled to get through it and to seek, that's what I was looking for. You'll be more prepared to seek a higher order of thinking, because you know that this is requiring you to grow. And in order to grow, you have to embody what it feels like to grow, which means you have to learn something, which means you are going to be seeking out, what can I learn from this so that way I can get through it. In other words, you'll be like, what can I do now? What steps can I take now? What actions can I take now that I have not been doing previously to get me where I need to be? Because in order to see change, you have to make a change. In order to embody growth, you have to do something different. That's the thing about growth. Once your mind is expanded by a new experience, there is no going back. You cannot grow if you're constantly doing the same thing over and over and over again. The only way to grow, the only way to embody that growth mindset is to seek out solutions that you've never done before. In my reality, there's no such thing as obstacles, because I know that I am whole. I know that I am whole through and through. I know that if I'm always connected to God, the source, then I have the wisdom of the source within me. If God is within me and he is the source, and now I'm seeing two birds in synchronicity, that's crazy. They were both like this and then they went like this at the same time, and now like, that's crazy. Anyways, if I know that God is within me and God is the source, you know how they always tell you to like put the source when you're doing like English, and now I'm seeing two more birds again. Anyways, yeah, God is the source. You have the wisdom of God within you. You are always able to grow. There is no limit to how much you can grow. You are really stronger than you think. And when you start to embody that strength that you possess, you can literally do anything. You will get through anything with flying colors. I'm telling you, you will move with grace and ease throughout every single obstacle. People around you that are observing what you might be going through from the outside looking in, it might seem to them like you're handling things with ease. But trust and believe, you are the one who is weathering. You are the one who is weathering that storm. And I call it a storm, but it's not a storm. But I feel like I gotta say these types of words, because if I say it how I want to say it, people are gonna be like, girl, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? But you just have to embody that higher order of thinking. And another thing I wanted to say, you are not missing any pieces. You are not missing any pieces to the puzzle. You are not broken. You are not filled with holes. You are not, you know what I mean? Like, you are not, you are so whole. You are complete. Throughout this life, the pain that we endure, and I'm seeing two more birds again. But anyways, you have all the pieces to the puzzle. The keys are literally within your mind. If God is within us and we are always connected to God and God has all the answers, we have to tap into ourselves, because when you go within, when you seek within your being for the answers, for the guidance, you will receive just that, because that inner voice, that intuition in your head, in so many words, is God. It just sounds like you, because we are individuals of God. You understand what I'm saying? You are complete. There is no need for you to search outside of yourself to feel what you think is missing, because nothing is missing at all. And once you realize that you do not need to seek anything outside of you for fulfillment, once you realize that you do not need to go to this person for love, or go to this person for solace, or go to this person to make you happy, or go to this person for all these outside reasons, and once you realize that everything you need is within, once you stop seeking outside of yourselves for things that you have within, everything starts to find you. Everything starts to find you, because everything wants you. When you reserve your energy like that, when you are pouring into yourself like that, the greatest things out there, first of all, the best thing that you can do for yourself is be pure. Be purely yourself. Like, literally just be completely yourself, untainted, not brainwashed by what other people got going on, not trying to do what this person doing, not trying to do what Kathy doing, not trying to do what Sarah May is doing. You're doing what you feel like you love to do. Whatever it is you love to do, whatever brings you true happiness, whatever the song of your heart is playing, whatever song is playing in your heart, you dance to your own song. And when you are dancing to your own song, without a care in the world, without how other people will see you, everything that is meant for you will find you, because you are exuding a rare energy out into the universe. And you want to know why it's rare? Because you're the only one who can put that energy out there. You are the only one who can do that. Not Sarah May, not Bessie Lou, but you. You are the only one who can put that energy out there. You are the only one who can claim the prize that is meant for you. But if you're steady trying to seek fulfillment and trying to seek completion in someone else, if you are searching outside of yourself for the things that you have within, and I just seen 12:12, but if you are searching outside of yourself for the things that you have within already, you will never ever feel fulfilled. True fulfillment comes from within. That's literally like the biggest message I'm trying to push in this video. True fulfillment comes within. Even when I was talking about how you're able to get through obstacles when you embody a higher order of thinking, you have to go within to even get to that point. You can't keep seeking guidance and wisdom from the next person as if they know how to help you. You have to go within yourself, because like I said, God is within you, whether you believe in him or not. All I'm telling you is, if you just tap into your inner knowing, when you silence the loudness, that's another thing. I had somebody comment something about anxiety, and I just wanted to say, the devil is loud, okay? The devil is as loud as these people working on their house or whatever they got going on. But the true voice of God will always be like a little whisper telling you what to do, and it will always feel right. It would always give you that sense of peace. When you have two options and one is telling you to run and the other one is telling you to go for it, when you are given the opportunity to try something new, and one of them is telling you to sulk and complain and pretend like you can't do it, and I say pretend because you can do anything. You are stronger than you think you are. So when you have that voice, and then you also have the voice that's telling you, just go within. Just take a moment and just really process, what is it that you are meant to learn out of this. Listen to that voice, and that voice will be much quieter. It's like the devil on your shoulder, the angel on your shoulder, literally. Always seek out that quieter voice, because the devil will be loud and trying to infiltrate your mind, but that quiet voice is already in your mind. The devil is trying to infiltrate your mind and silence out that quiet voice. But the more and more you silence the devil and pay attention to that little voice in your mind, the more and more you meditate. I be trying to tell y'all, man, meditation is the key. I started meditating January of 2023, and that was the best thing I ever did for myself. I'm telling you, people be sleeping on meditation like, oh, I'm just sitting still. No. When you meditate, when you go within and you allow the thought, when you sit still within and you allow those thoughts to just flow by you, eventually they will get quiet, and eventually you'll be washed over with peace. Always choose the option that exhilarates you, that washes you with peace and happiness and a feeling of bliss, not the one that puts fear in your heart. Like, literally, you have everything you need within. There is nothing outside of you that will bring you fulfillment. Nothing in this world. I mean, you can think of anything and I'll tell you why it won't bring you fulfillment. I'm just telling you the truth here. But that's all that I have for this video, man. I really do hope I got the message across. I hope y'all really enjoyed it, and I hope y'all really did take like a little piece of wisdom or two with you to help kind of like shift your mind into the right mindset to literally become greater, because that's what this community is about. When one person becomes greater and they light that flame within them, and then they touch somebody else and they set that next person on fire, and then it's like more and more, it's like a chain reaction in a good way of fire being set off. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but literally, when you touch somebody with sweetness, when you touch somebody's heart and you open their heart out to a new perspective, then they're able to share that piece of wisdom with the next person and the next person and the next person, until everybody on this planet really awakens. That's all that I have for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Until next time, bye friends.